Hello and Happy New Year from Adrian Clark. It's the start of another new era for Plymouth Argyle, who entertained Bristol City with Wayne Rooney no longer in charge after he mutually left the club yesterday. So can long-serving coach Kevin Nascaville and club captain Joe Edwards guide the Pilgrims to 3 much-needed points and find a way to extend their season with a top 6 finish? Plenty at stake for both these clubs at the start of 2025. Well, this is the team that's been picked by Kevin Nascaville and Joe Edwards for this match. They've made just one change to the team that were beaten 2-0 at Oxford, where Julio Puzzello comes in at centre-half for Lewis Gibson. Adam Randall captains the team. Morgan Whittaker and Ballymumba will be looking to supply ammunition for Ryan Hardy and his sore knee, while Ibrahim Sissoko, Adam Forshaw and Michael Obafemi all return to the bench. Ian Manning has named the same 18 players that beat Portsmouth, but there's one tweak. George Tanner starts with Ross McCrory dropping down to the bench. The front three of Scott Twine, Naki Wells and the informed Anis Mehmeti, who scored twice in the reverse fixture, will be looking to extend their recent good form, especially to try and pick up points on their travels.
Yeah, Joe Edwards there. Big day for him. Of course, he's the club captain for Plymouth Argyle. Over 200 appearances as a player. Very, very well respected. And I know that he's got an interest in becoming a manager, a head coach in the future. Well, he gets a taste of it here this afternoon alongside the much more experienced Kevin Nascaville. I think overall it's his 5th stint as an interim manager. Over 20 player. He really is Mr. Argyle.
Well, a big team talk has been taken place, all about stability from the Plymouth coaching staff, who have got a big problem to face today.
Well, they know all about this man. Anis Mehmeti, he scored twice at the Albanian in the reverse fixture at Ashton Gate. He also got a brace last time out against Portsmouth, taking his tally to 8 for the season. He is Bristol City's top goal scorer this season, and I love watching him play. He's a very exciting, ball-carrying, attacking midfielder.
Well, today's referee is Tim Robinson, who ironically was in charge of the reverse fixture, which Bristol City won by 4-0. Today is his 4th championship outing of the season. Ball change for those players. Will there be a reaction on the field? It's been thin gruel, particularly on the road for Plymouth fans. At home, the fare has been much more luxurious, but it's the latest in a new era. Will we see that reaction, or will Bristol City strengthen their playoff credentials? Plymouth Argyle begin life without Wayne Rooney against the Bristol City team, who on their day can be really dogged and fluid in the final third. Very intriguing 90 minutes is ahead of us. Both teams trying to get to grips with the weather, which has been a little wild all morning.
Oh, it's blustery, it's been wet, it's a pretty gloomy first day of 2025, but the supporters that have turned out at a packed home park, I have to say, they'll be cheered up no end if their team can deliver and start the post-Rooney era with a valuable 3-point haul. And they've got a chance here against a Bristol City side that haven't been great travellers of late.
Al-Hajj just allowing Plymouth to set the tempo and the rhythm early on. This is nicely worked. Just overhit in the end.
It's nice play, wasn't it? They do play good football, Plymouth Argyle. That was never the issue. Under Wayne Rooney, it was just the openness. They conceded too many goals under Wayne Rooney. But in possession, they can pass through the lines, and that was a little glimpse of what they're capable of. Morgan Whittaker, of course, a key man for them between the lines.
Max O'Leary, a couple of clean sheets under his belt. An early touch for Connor Hazard, who returned for the Oxford game. Injuries really didn't help Wayne Rooney, but it's the unknown factor that all managers have to contemplate and deal with throughout the season. Guazzello. Telegraph the ball a little bit through to Hardy. Mumba able to keep the ball in play. Twisting this way and that way.
Yeah, it looks like Bristol City have retained that back five or back three that they had in place the last two games. They had a good Christmas. Bristol City winning both matches. It was something they tried out in the second half at Sunderland, a game I was at, and it worked to good effect. And yeah, I'm not surprised that Liam Manning has reverted to it in recent games.
Adam Randall starts the move. This is a lovely little threaded ball. Max O'Leary, sensing danger, snuffs it out.
Yeah, JB it was. Just on the half turn. He's one of those box-to-box midfielders. Here he is, likes to travel with the ball at his feet. Strong runner. Pass is just a little bit too strong for Hardy.
First time we've really seen the visitors in the Plymouth penalty area. There's another chance for 26-year-old Connor Hazard to get things off and underway for the Pilgrims.
Yeah, they never really got over losing Michael Cooper to Sheffield United. For me, the Championship's best goalkeeper. And Hazard is the one that they want in between the sticks, but he has missed a lot of football.
Tanner just marshalling that one over the touchline. Zach Viner. Uses the movement. And eventually it's back through to O'Leary. Guazzello. Sense that initial flurry from Plymouth is just being diminished a little bit at the moment.
Look, it's a big game, and there'll be a lot of nerves for Plymouth Argyle players. They want to impress. You know, whoever is going to take over as the next permanent manager is sure to be watching this particular game. They want to make a good first impression, and it's bound to be nerves. The conditions are also difficult.
Big thumbs up there. JB on the charge, with the ball not kept in play.
Neither side has really settled yet. Bristol City rather, are a neat and tidy passing side, but haven't seen a lot of the ball, have they, in the early exchanges here? Certainly haven't been able to get it down and give their forward players the touches that they'll be looking for.
Is that about to change? No, not quite yet. Marshalled by Adam Randall.
He's a terrific player, Anis Mehmeti. I remember seeing him at Wickham. He's capable of producing those moments, unlocking the door.
a huge amount of movement, tempting the throw. New Year's Day hasn't been particularly enjoyable for Bristol City fans. The team have lost 4 of the last 6 games they've played on New Year's Day. Spring with the throw. And you could see the intent. And the ball somehow kept in play. It didn't cross the line, and a lifeline for Naki Wells. The cross is driven in, and that was just in front of Mehmeti. That late arrival. Whittaker doing enough to win the throw.
This is a good ball into the box. The ball stays in play, and George Tanner puts this delivery into exactly the right area, and Mehmeti, he's just a fraction away, isn't he? It's a terrific pass, really, across the 6-yard box. Has to go down as a missed opportunity.
Well, he certainly had enough opportunities to go home with the match ball after the Portsmouth game.
Yeah, he likes a shot, and he's Mehmeti. No one's had more shots from ball carries in the Championship this season. So that, you know, that tells you plenty about him as a player. He'll dribble with it and look to get his shots away there. Almost got himself a poacher's finish, didn't he?
Good hustling, but good strength shown. Randall again, doing a rock for Plymouth. Again, you can see the intent is to get that ball forward as quickly as possible. Whittaker wanted the handball, the referee playing an advantage. And that's a decent save, and the follow-up is not on target from Ryan Hardy. Rami Al-Hajj tried his luck on a filthy old day in Devon.
It's a brilliant strike, isn't it? Rami Al-Hajj, they appeal for handball initially, and then he just drops the shoulder here. That's great skill, and just chances his arm. From the follow-up, I have to say Hardy should score on a wet surface. It's well worth having a go from there, but here, that Ryan Hardy might not get a better opportunity all afternoon.
It's the 1 league goal so far this season for Ryan Hardy. Hardy trying to bring it under control, but it was well marshalled there by Zach Vine, who came across.
It's a missed opportunity for Plymouth Argyle, but that will get the crowd up, won't it? You know, it's a decent effort from Al-Hajj, who started this game really brightly. That's a lovely flick.
Ballymumba. Vine has gone with him. Hazard make it to the pitch as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that start to this match. Only had 30% of deeply, a little bit loose. I don't think the man happy with the way his side have started this game. 11 minutes in. Okay, that 1/2 chance across the face of goal, but they're not playing their usual football.
He was talking about the need to be more assertive, impose themselves. Zalo, who is not the tallest centre-half you'll ever see.
No, he's
knocking that one out.
Well under 6 foot, isn't he? I remember him coming through actually at Arsenal. And he's captain. He's a natural leader. He's captain of the reserves, the under-21s. He was highly regarded, but I think his height is an obvious factor. You know, when you consider he's a centre half.
Only Swansea and Stoke City have plundered all 3 points on a match day from home park so far this season. Bristol City looking to add their names to that list. Quick feet, doesn't come off. Has to go the long way. Viner, little pitch into the area. Ali Mumba, just a little slow there. Bristol City look to go again. Scott Twine, you could see what he was trying to do.
You could see it, but the execution from Twine was poor by his standards, because he's a technically excellent player. I think Scott Twine should shoot from there. If you look at his career, I mean, so many goals from outside the box. Long distance specialist Scott Twine. So yeah, next time he gets on the ball in that domain, don't be surprised if he has a pop.
This is nicely worked. Mumba. A decoy run if he needs it. Al-Hajj tried the flamboyant.
I think what we'll see now is Bristol City look to keep the ball. A little bit more security. And they are a good side in possession.
Jason Knight was trying to release Mehmeti, stayed onside. A little short from Al-Hajj. Knight. Tanner with the cutback. There's a canny pass looking to pick out Scott Twine.
They defended that well, JB. I'm from Leeds, of course. That's sloppy, isn't it, initially from Al-Hajj. And from it, they create a decent opportunity here. The cutback's the right option, but it's really well read.
Well, with the likes of Dickey and McNally and Viner, there are some towering targets for Twine to try and pick out. First corner of the game. And in the end, it's catching practice for Hazard.
I wanted the goalkeeper to release the ball early, but he didn't want to risk it. But yeah, I think you're right about Bristol City. They've got some big guys that come forward. Probably should score more goals from set pieces.
That's a better pass from Al-Hajj. JB barged off the ball.
Max Bird is a good industrious player in the half.
Well recovered by Rami Al-Hajj. A chance for Hardy. In the end, it's just thumped away. Ali Mumba maintains the pressure, clipped in by Whittaker. And that's an easy catch for Max O'Leary, but better from the hosts.
Yeah, it's good play, isn't it, from Al-Hajj initially. And as the ball comes in here, he just tries a little back flick. Doesn't really come off, but that's not the end of it. And Morgan Whittaker is a player that can score from distance. He's just too tame there with the effort. Goes for safety first. But look, you've got to say, it is Plymouth Argyle that have started the better of the two sides. 4 efforts already.
JB looking to get the hosts going again. Home fans enjoying this. Riley Mumba against Tanner. Well, Morgan Whittaker is capable of the incredible.
He is, but we haven't seen too much of the incredible from him this season, have we? He was linked with big money moves away, but all talk of that has quietened down. Here, his second long-range effort of the game, and he won't want to look back at that too often. Frustrating for Nanceville and Joe Edwards, but he's a player of great talent. There's no question about that.
Well, he has the coaching experience, doesn't he, over the years. It's the 5th time he's helped the club out on an interim basis, but 3rd time in 13 months
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, it's remarkable, really. It just shows that, the two managers at this club. Kevin Nanceville, though, he's a safe pair of dugout. He was at pains to say in the press conference that it's very much a joint effort with himself and Joe Edwards, but it would appear he's the one that's out there directing the troops.
Edwards will be a real pivotal link between the coaching staff over the next few weeks and the playing staff, and as well it'll be a real conduit for them to work with as they look to bring in a new manager. Given away by George Tanner. Barry Mumba is able to wriggle into some space. And again, Randall was available, as is so often the case. Cameron Pring on defensive cover.
Yeah, going back to Randall, he's very much the sitting player, isn't he, at the heart of that Plymouth Argyle midfield. It's a 4-1-4-1, and he's so much deeper than the other two guys in midfield, isn't he? He keeps the ball really nicely. JB and Al-Hajj and Whittaker, they're all way in advance of him. It's a big responsibility. He has to do a lot of the defensive work on his own, and that's been half of the problem, really. Been too open, Plymouth.
As a local hometown boy, would be more than aware of that responsibility. Cheaply squandered by Ballymumba. Here's Knight in the charge. And it's a corner kick, which has been won by Anis Mehmeti.
And Ballymumba, a couple of times, one loose pass inside their own half has been seized upon, and Jason Knight surges forward pretty well, but it's good defending in the end from Sooks.
Will it be second time lucky from the corner? Mackie Wells just look. He'll make the run now. Again, Plymouth are able to nullify the danger effectively.
No one up there, though. That's the problem when you bring everybody back for a corner, then you do find it hard to get out of your own half. I noticed there's a slight trend towards changing that. A lot of Premier League managers, Crystal Palace, left 3 up front against Arsenal recently, which was an interesting move. I don't see too many following suit with that. It's a little bit risky, but I understand the logic.
away through the first half, and there has been a lack of home goals, particularly for Plymouth. Only 4 first-half goals have been scored this season.
It's not for the want of trying here. Look, 5 shots to nil. You know, I think they'll be pleased, the management duo, with the start that their players have made to this game. They've dominated possession, 62%, and they've made the better chances, haven't they? So, you know, as frustrated as they will be to be level, they've done okay.
Here's Al-Hajj. Took a little deflection, but Max O'Leary was able to deal with it again comfortably.
Well, I think Al-Hajj would like another go at this. It's a good turnover. There he is in acres of space. He opens up beautifully, and then he just passes it at the goalkeeper. He's got to commit, I think, to a more firm shot there.
Just looked like he'd taken a nick on its way through, but it wasn't. He was unchallenged.
Yeah, look, he'd love another go at it. I think he'd put his laces through it, wouldn't he? Rami Al-Hajj, who's found some good areas, I have to say, in this first half. Here he is. He takes the touch beautifully, and then I just want to hit him. I want to see him hit it with the instep here. He goes for the side foot, and he.
Randall releases JB. Gets his shot away. Good balance. The lone Leeds United man.
Well, they're racking them up, aren't they? Plymouth Argyle. Again. It's a good, forceful run from JB. Goes past his player, holds him off well, but there's not a lot for him to aim at there at the near post.
Wells painfully winning the free kick, which Jason Knight will take. Knight. And some width into the play for Bristol City. It's a deep cross, and that was a really, really good opportunity.
Does he get the timing of his jump wrong here? Naki Wells at the far post. The ball was certainly a dangerous one, wasn't it? Put into the right area. Got away with it, Plymouth. Just looking at the shape of Plymouth, it's more of a back three for them today. They've been the 4-1-4-1, but it is 3 centre halves here, I think, with Galloway and then Pleguezuelo in the middle with Souks on the right. So, you know, the caretaker duo have immediately put their imprint on the side. Randall's still very much the sole holding player there in midfield, but yeah, it's an interesting tweak.
Well, they had one training session yesterday. They were aware of the decision and dealt with the players, and then had that session, so they've had some time to work on the grass with them. One of the messages from Joe Edwards was about dealing with the uncertainty that the situation and the change creates in the dressing room, and trying to manage that as best as possible. Again, the ambition to get Pring involved. Switching the axis of the attack was evident from Bristol City.
Yeah, they'll certainly want Twine and Mehmeti and Wells on the ball more often than they have been. In the first 27 minutes of this match, Bristol City, they're the go-to forward players, the players that have potential to win them the game. But I have to say that they've been pretty aggressive with them.
It's a good close down from Knight to release Naki Wells. That's the initial challenge. Tanner is on support duty. Cameron Pring. No free kick for him, but possession is maintained.
A better spell for the visitors. Yes, I still don't think Liam Manning will be overly pleased with how they've set about the task here.
Bird, Viner. And Hadge, having sat on the ball, thought he should have had a free kick.
And one thing they have got right is their pressing inside the Plymouth half. They have created a number of turnovers.
Hardy trying to make something from that Hadge ball, unable to do so. Communication breakdown.
Been travelling support.
Sold out stadium today. A couple of hours. It's the West Country Derby, but I looked it up. The drive down the M5, down the A38 is a good couple of hours. That's an early start on New Year's Day.
It is, but yeah, they've come in numbers, haven't they, from Bristol City? Yeah, look, it's not as far for them as it is for most. That is for sure. It's a badge of honour, though, isn't it? Making the trek down here.
Which team will be able to force the breakthrough? With their recent records, both sets of supporters will be somewhat wary. And it stays 0-0. Lapses of concentration have affected both these teams recently.
Yeah, it's an important game for different reasons. Plymouth need to give the fans something to cling on to in terms of optimism. I'm sure the arrival of a new manager will bring that anyway. But for Bristol City, that in a wide open championship this season, they do have an opportunity to push for the playoffs. They just need to be more consistent. I think they're a very well coached side, the Robins, but they don't string too many wins together.
And we come into this on the back of consecutive league wins for the first time this season. And you have to go back to December 23 for the last time they won 3 games in the league in a row.
There you go then, yeah. It's definitely something they need to work on. And if you're going to get promoted or at least push for the playoffs, you have to string 3, 4, 5 wins together at some point in a season. And yeah, it's win one, draw one, lose one. That's the kind of feeling it's been for Bristol City, not just this season, but in recent years, really, where they seem to always end up around the middle of the table.
December and January are key months of the championship grind. 6 games for them in January after a busy December. And with Plymouth not really adrift at the bottom, there's an opportunity to bank points quickly and change the complexion of the league table. Dicky pleased that Zach Viner was quite close to the ball then.
Just looking at Ryan Hardy there as he goes to press, he's beckoning the players behind him.
There was a nice little thread ball here. A little smudge and a pass, and that lapse in concentration has blighted Plymouth Argyle again. Mehmeti on the score sheet once again for Bristol City. Wayne Rooney may have left, but the problems remain stark and clear for Plymouth Argyle.
Well, Plymouth have been wide open too often this season defensively, and they're just one through ball has opened them up far too easily. He's not offside, is he? And there, he just squares it well to Mehmeti. This is the pass from Max Bird, absolutely superb, and that's good awareness from Naki Wells just to lay it on a plate for Mehmeti. But what a pass that is. And out of nowhere, Bristol City have the lead.
Wily and street smart. Bristol City under Liam Manning, absorbing pressure but inflicting pain.
Yeah, I was thinking how aggressive Plymouth were at the back, with the defenders coming to go touch tight to Naki Wells and to the other attacking players, and there I think you saw the downside of it, where you get the centre half go tight and they're missed out, and they were bypassed very, very easily.
It's well won by Tanner. Dickey. Not in the same wavelength as Tanner. How will Plymouth react to going behind?
It's a test of their mentality here. They've had a lot of disappointment, a lot of setbacks to deal with this season, but they're playing well here today and created the better chances, yet they find themselves one down.
Not the best pass from Leg Lozelo. It is the travelling fans that you can hear. Here's Whittaker. Loses out to Cameron Pring. Viner saw the run of Tanner.
This is a feeling that Plymouth have got used to this season. They've been behind 13 times at half-time. No one else in the Championship has been trailing more than 10 times at the break. So it's been a real problem for them, having to chase games in the second 45 minutes.
They're starting to just try and get themselves back into the game, refocus patiently, looking to build up. Hefty touch from Al-Hajj. Free kick taken quickly. Here's Naki Wells. Deflects off Such. You can sense the trepidation amongst the supporters. Bristol City sense of vulnerability here. Nicely worked again. Messi was convinced it should be a corner.
It's a different game now. Bristol City playing with great confidence. Lovely little 1-2 here. I tend to agree with Mehmeti. I think that should have been a corner.
Sorinola, who had some time at MK Dons, just left before Liam Manning made the move to Milton Keynes. A little spell over in Belgium. A little crossover. And again, possession is just being turned over left, right and centre.
Yeah, there's a big issue here for Plymouth. They can't deal with Bristol City's press.
And here's Al-Hajj looking to press for Plymouth. A nonchalant little ball, and that was good covering defending work from Luke McNally. Sense of urgency now amongst the Green Army. Space for Ballymumba to work. Mumba, not the best cross. Rami Al-Haj just surveying which is the best way to go. There's a teasing ball cut out by Dickey. Good focused defending from Bristol City.
It's a good ebb and flow now. Yeah, Plymouth had that rocky patch. They're back on the front foot. Two excellent pieces of defending, by the way, from McNally and Dickey, because in the space of 60 seconds, two beautiful balls put into the danger zone from the Pilgrims, and it needed top defending.
Bristol City engaging much higher up the pitch and forcing Plymouth back.
See the shift there. Early on, there's a different picture with Plymouth dominant.
No handball. Knight feeds it out, and a chance for a flamboyant effort, which would have been seriously unpopular in and around Home Park, with Mehmeti found the back of the net.
Yeah, he does carry that threat when he drops a shoulder. That is a handball, isn't it? From Scott Twine, should really have been picked up. Play went on, and here, this is where he's dangerous. He likes to drop his shoulder and whip these into the top corner.
Hardy, the lone ranger up front. Now has green shirts to aim for. Has some support. Al-Haj won't be able to keep that in play.
He doesn't, but it's encouraging, isn't it? And Sorinola on that far right-hand side has whipped a couple of balls in that have been decent. I think they will have seen enough, the home fans in this first period, not to write off their team's chances of getting something from this game. There have been some good moments. It's just been slightly timid finishing when opportunities have arisen. I haven't really committed to them.
Ability with the divisions, 52 goals now. When you know that that's there, that makes you nervous and makes the opposition confident.
Of course, yeah, and Bristol City sort of hung in there, and they knew they'd get chances. And Plymouth are very, very aggressive, as I've been talking about, in terms of the way they try and press the defence. They want to go man to man. They want to get touch tight with the forwards, and with that comes an element of risk, and where his centre forward can spin and get played in behind, and it's a moment that's defined this first half. Yeah, here it is. He's just about onside, isn't he? But Mehmeti is in an offside position when that ball is played, and then becomes active, doesn't he? So I think the home side can have maybe a complaint here. It's a beautiful ball and great awareness from Naki Wells, but should Mehmeti have been flagged for offside?
It's the old interfering with play argument. Well, there's going to be a change here, an enforced one. No way that Cameron Pring can continue, so there's going to be the introduction of Hayden Roberts. Not be a concern with such a busy January up and coming.
He had a relatively quiet first half, didn't he, Cam Pring? Didn't really get involved too much down that left-hand side. But yeah, it's a shame to lose a player to injury before half-time.
In fact, both the wing-backs for Bristol City have been quite defensively focused. They haven't really committed too high up the pitch.
No, it's the star quartet, isn't it, that have made a real difference. Knight and Bird in midfield, Mehmeti and Twine, that box of four. They've won the ball back really well and attacked through those players.
Sorinola hustling, gets the throw. He's got a sense of urgency. Galloway. We've seen this patient build up before, and then electing to go long. Ballymumba against Zach Viner is not a battle. With all respect to Ballymumba, he's going to win 9 times out of 10.
No, give it to my feet will be the message from Ballymumba, I would imagine. Yeah, he's not going to win too many aerial duels against Viner. But yeah, look, they want to play through the thirds, but they will go long, Plymouth, at times. What I will say is that Ryan Hardy's been a bit isolated at times, all on his own. And of course, he's playing through pain. You know, Wayne Rooney mentioned that after the Oxford defeat. He's got a number of stitches in his knee. He said that he probably shouldn't be playing, but it's a case of needs must.
Rami Al-Hajj. He smiggers it through to Ballymumba. Just overruns it. It's still with the Pilgrims. Here's JB. He's down on the edge of the area, and the referee says that is a free kick.
Brilliant quick feet, lovely interplay initially, and here you see he chops the ball from one foot to the other. To be honest, he's lost control of the ball there. You know, it's a little bit loose. He's never going to get on the end of it, JB. So he's bought a free kick for Plymouth Argyle there for me. And Tim Robinson has given Argyle a great opportunity to level things in first half injury time. This is in a great position for Randell.
The referee making sure everybody is where they should be. Not much time left for this one.
It's a big wall, isn't it? You might want to look at the other side here.
Max O'Leary just checking the sight lines, make sure he's happy. So the man with the captain's armband for Plymouth Argyle has the responsibility of drawing them level, and is unable to do so. Just a little bit of concern. You can put body on the line.
Yeah, that's the risk you take when you're in the wall. You're likely to get clobbered every now and again. The wall does its job here. Well, it's actually the man to the left of the wall, isn't it? Jason Knight, the captain. He's blocking lit there, Jason Knight. Yeah, you hope he's okay there, because that ball is travelling.
I think it's just his neck that's taken the impact of it. The concussion protocols will be fully implemented.
Well, they have to be. But yeah, it's interesting. He would have to take that free kick, you know, get it away from the big men in the wall, but protecting it. And they'd be a little bit worried about losing Jason Knight, because he's a key man for Liam Manning, all-action midfield player.
I was looking at this. There is an option to just fully, not necessarily have to make any immediate decisions.
I think he'll be all right. You're right. It's sort of a mixture of his neck and chin. Probably his neck. I mean, if the ball hits you in your Adam's apple, it's gonna hurt, isn't it?
We're just explaining how this is going to be restarted. The referee decides that that is enough, and it is another frustrating 45 minutes for Plymouth Argyle fans. Mehmeti with a moment of magic, maybe a hint of offside about the goal, but he showed the quality and the decisive finish to give Bristol City a first half lead. And he was set up by Wells with a really good ball forward from Bird, and a really good combination play from Bristol City, who've shown themselves to be a little bit more street smart inside the first 45 minutes. Half-time at Home Park, it is Plymouth 0, Bristol City 1.
That dominate teams, and they've got an opportunity to do that here. What they need to do is pass better than they did in the first 20-25 minutes of the game, and if they do that and gain the territory, then I think he'll be confident that they can maybe extend their lead. What he will have liked is their aggression inside Plymouth Argyle's half, because they really did hound the home players and force a lot of mistakes.
Do they need to get the wing-backs further up the pitch?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Tanner and now Roberts haven't offered a great deal, but look, they are the team with the lead. So, you know, they don't have to go out there and take unnecessary risks. Bristol City in the second half, you know, they've got that real core of 5 quality players down the middle in Knight and Bird, with Mehmeti and Twine in front, and then Wells up front. They're the guys that they've built up in that first period.
Well, it really is finely balanced. There are so many subplots to this game, despite the disparity of the teams. Well, if it was a big 90 minutes for both clubs, it's a significant second 45 for them both, with Bristol City coming into this round of games on the shoulders of the top 6, and Plymouth waiting to see who their next leader will be, trying to climb out of the bottom 4, of the bottom 3. And that 4-point difference, just reducing that, don't get isolated. And it is the visitors who are starting brightly. Tanner squiffs it into the area. That's a fine effort from Naki Wells and a decent save from Hazard.
Well, this is a stunning save from the Plymouth Argyle goalkeeper. The ball in is terrific. Tanner whips it at pace, and how about that for a volley? He cannot hit it any cleaner. But the reactions from the goalkeeper are really fast. That's a top save from the Argyle number 1.
That's the third corner of the afternoon. All 3 have gone to Bristol City. It's the first to be taken in front of their fans. A little back heel. McNally couldn't get the shot away. Pressure, it can still be maintained though. Here's Knight. Continues his run. And it's scruffy. McNally can't get there. There's a renewed sense of purpose and focus about Bristol City at the start of the second half. He just bounced off the knee of Scott Twine.
Well, I said when the players came out for the start of the second half that Liam Manning's message will be assertive, show authority, and they've absolutely done that. I know we're only 2 and a bit minutes into this second period, but it would have been just what he wanted, on the front foot, asking questions of Argyle.
They'll look to draw that sting out of Bristol City. Hungarian Such. Just patient build-up after withstanding that early pressure. He seems happier, Liam Manning, with what he's witnessing at the start of the second half, moments in the opening 45 minutes. Ballymumba trying to weave away from Tanner.
Plenty of bodies in the box there for Ballymumba. And he got his head up and whipped it into the danger zone. That's what they need. They need players to bust the gut to get in support of Ryan Hardy. He cut a pretty isolated figure in the second half of that first period. Got to get closer.
Nice pass from Sorinola to Whittaker. Morgan Whittaker steps it up to the back post, and it's in. Listen to the relief from the Plymouth fans. Rami Al-Hajj makes it 1-1.
For Plymouth Argyle. Boys. Good football. This is what they're capable of. Lovely triangles, and it's Morgan Whittaker. He holds off his man really well here and digs out. A perfect delivery, and it's not an easy finish. On the run, out the far post. Whittaker does his part. Just keeps his eye on the ball. Side foots it, almost nonchalantly into the corner. Top draw from Plymouth Argyle. And back in it.
Look at the relief. And second of the season for Rami Al-Hajj. No free kick, get up. The home fans are really enjoying this at the moment. There's a hint of a handball in their mind. Hardy. Sorinola as a decoy. Here's Whittaker. Wow. Max O'Leary has just kept his team in the game.
Plymouth's tails are up here. What a save, but also what a strike. Does it take a little deflection or not? It's a feather touch from Max O'Leary to tip this onto the bar. It's a vicious attempt.
Argyle is the cry. Randall with the corner. Goal scorer, toying like a matador. Back on it. Crowd shoot perhaps wasn't the best option.
No, Randall was way off target there, but this is so much better from Plymouth Argyle, and look at the reaction it's prompted from the stands. Al-Hajj has come alive, hasn't he? He's a silky player, and here there were probably better options than taking the strike. The support is excellent at Plymouth Argyle. Even when they were in the lower leagues, they used to get big crowds.
Matty was the intended recipient, but Such good enough. There's Randall. This heat map would be fascinating because there's probably not many blades of grass that don't get touched.
Yeah, he is everywhere. And he got caught for the goal because he's the one that has to make a 10-yard run, Randall, to go and close down Bird. He can't get there. You know, a lot too much is maybe asked of him previously from Wayne Rooney, now Kevin Nansonville as well. But he is a good player, and he will always put a shift in, Randall.
Hardy able to keep the ball. Just overrun by Al-Hajj.
enigmatic, isn't he? He's capable of the brilliant, but sometimes makes really basic errors and can frustrate you, can't he?
He's a great hair player if you're a coach.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, but you want him on the pitch for moments like we saw for the goal, don't you?
Here's Whittaker. Saw what he could do there earlier on, and he's got the free kick. He's impacting the second half positively from a Plymouth perspective.
Yeah, he's come over to this right-hand side, hasn't he? And he's impacting the game. Slight shift in shape. You know, he's shown his two-footedness, hasn't he, as well in the last few minutes. That brilliant right-footed cross for the assist, and then the stinging effort with his left. That's a cut.
Randall. Able to execute what had been worked on the training ground.
I'll tell you what, it's not the worst ball I've ever seen put into the box. He's got to be asking the question here, why aren't you attacking it? Somebody's got to get there. Honda, it's funny, football, how quickly football changes. You know, first 3 minutes of this half, he'd have been thrilled. And all of a sudden, it's a very different complexion now.
Well, the ball is smudged forward. And it's cleared away by Connor Hazard. A little shirt pull there from the Hungarian. Saw the captaincy there. Randall saying, just get away with it. Move on.
Yeah, just in the ear of the referee. It's good. But yeah, look, it's beautifully poised, this match now. Couldn't predict how this is going to end up.
Again, it's good football. Can they make it count? You bet they can. And Jason Knight is the man to deliver. Derby, the pendulum like a whirling derby.
Plymouth Argyle just can't stop conceding goals. It's good link play, isn't it? Wells, and then a beautiful little pass from Twine. How about this for composure? Inside the box. Jason Knight is an up, back and through. It's the kind of stuff you work on the training ground. It's a dink, isn't it, from the Bristol City man? Plenty of time to think about it. And he delivers a moment of quality.
Worth it for them so far.
Look, I was just saying I couldn't call which way this game is going to go, and I still can't, even though that we've just had that goal. It could, you know, this match has flowed from one team to the other, hasn't it, throughout since we kicked off. At no stage has it ever really been even. You know, Plymouth had their moment, then it's Bristol City for 15 minutes, then it's Plymouth. It's yeah, neither team has asserted consistent authority here.
It's a classic championship 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's such an unpredictable league, and that's why we love it. You never know what you're going to see.
McNally. Mackie Wells. Just a little too eager in the mind of referee Robinson. Mumbo just winning the free kick and trying to hobble the impact off. Such.
Well, we did see all those players warming up, didn't we, at the break for Plymouth Argyle, through their paces. Imagine the caretaker management duo will be in discussion at the moment, really thinking about making that change. See, Bristol City got a couple of players warming up as well. You have to freshen things up, don't you, at this time of the season? So much football.
It's managing the players. Change imminent from Liam Manning.
It's like a triple change, doesn't it?
Back with Hazard. And has to squander possession. And the Celtic goalkeeper. Sam Bell is coming on, so too is Urakawa.
Yeah, freshening things up on the hour. I think it's good management, you know, in a position of ascendancy, and they're not sitting on it.
Scott Twine is not going to finish this one. There's Naki Wells. Urakawa in the middle of an 18-month season, and really having to manage his minute.
Today, lovely assist for the opener, and then played his part, didn't he, with the link-up for the second Bristol City goal as well. Yeah. Big refreshment of his 11 here from Liam Manning. I'm surprised it's Bristol City, you know, making the changes first, but he's been proactive.
And it's the same 18 on match day duty from the Pompey game. Time to go a little bit longer, looking for Hardy. Really well read and fly to the ball by Rob Dickey.
Wasn't easy. Swirling wind today. Difficult ball for the centre back to deal with, but he dealt with it nicely.
It's a lovely first touch. It's going to be a corner.
Touch that was. I was just talking about how difficult the conditions are, and then he just makes it look ridiculously easy. Pulling a ball out of the sky. Deftest of touch.
Well, Bird is on corner duties. Just lurking closest to the edge of the penalty area. They'll make their run soon.
So McCrory free there, the number 2.
Bird. It's cleared. And there's a little push in there as well. So there will be a free start. Well, his knee was sore coming into the game. Now his shoulder.
Last thing he did. Aaron Hardy, he lands awkwardly, doesn't he? He's whipped into that near post. Does his job, and then that will have hurt. He's jarred that shoulder. Having broke my collarbone, I know that he would know he'd broken his collarbone if that had happened. So hopefully he'll be able to carry on.
Now that is one of the most painful injuries.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Here's JB. No way through on this occasion. Sorinola went in with a challenge. Referee just wanting to calm things down.
Sorinola really flew into this challenge. He's come off worse. Look at this. Here he comes, he jumps in. It's a proper 50-50 that. think Bird does anything wrong.
There's going to be a yellow card for Matti Sorinola.
I think that's fair to me, but even though he's the one that gets hurt, that was of his doing, I think.
Bird just getting over the impact. Some man management from Tim Robinson.
Oh, very amicable, wasn't it?
It's all very rugby-like.
New year, you know, everyone's trying to be polite, you know, trying to control their tempers. It's good to see.
Whittaker and Ballymumba again. Possession is turned over regularly. JB. Whittaker has been so much more influential in the second half. Al-Hajj. Sorinola. Blocked by Roberts. Here's Galloway.
Shape of Bristol City, it's strong, isn't it? It's pretty robust. That's the key difference between the sides. Yeah, Bristol City are tougher to play through than Plymouth Argyle. It's been the case throughout the season. I do like their work ethic off the ball, Bristol City. This will be a big win for them because they don't win that off. They haven't won for a while on the road. I think they won at Norwich. Since then, good draw at Sunderland. Could have won that.
Won at Borough.
Yeah.
Preston.
Yeah.
It has not been enjoyable away days for the travelling Bristol City supporters.
Yeah, there was agony for them at the stadium. A lot worked on that game, and they were good value for a 1-0 lead, and it was really late on. Sunderland snatched an equaliser. Got something else to cling on to here, but I don't think they should try and cling on. Maybe being attack-minded could be the best policy for them.
Well, going in at half-time, it was only the 4th away league goal in the first half they've managed so far this season. Would be significant for them. It's only partially cleared, and still some work for the captain to clean up.
Good cover play, wasn't it, from Randall? It really is everywhere. But look, I think it was a good move from Manning to freshen up the striker position. Naki Wells, obviously, he's mid-30s now. Played the last game as well. And Sam Bell will give you a lot of energy. He's a real live wire presence.
Wells, one of the players, had a contract at the end of the season. It'll be intriguing to see what happens there. Sorinola looking to get Whittaker away. Bird with a strong challenge on JB there. Knew there was a danger, just put his foot in.
Brilliant challenge, absolutely outstanding. I think Bird and Knight have been terrific. It's a great combination. pillars in midfield for Bristol City.
Kawa able to pick out Hayden Roberts. Such an experienced coach, Liam Manning. Forget the tender years. Look at the years of coaching and where he's been and the cultures he's worked within.
Great CV. I've spoken to him a few times after matches, and he's an intelligent player, intelligent coach as well.
Plymouth right in their luck. Now, that partnership with Liam Manning and Chris Hogg, tried and tested.
Yeah.
Successful duo, working well together. Sounding board. Looks like Plymouth are going to be making changes very, very soon as well. No rush to take the throw. Comes through to Mehmeti. Just sense that Bristol have got this game by the scruff of the neck at the moment. Michael Obafemi is coming on to replace Ryan Hardy, who's literally had his body on the line for 71 minutes.
He's worked hard. He'll rue that missed opportunity, Ryan Hardy, early on in the game. Inside the 6-yard box from the rebound, he should have scored. But look, Obafemi, back fit and available. He's a talent, we know that. I'd like to have seen a change made a little bit earlier, maybe more.
Mehmeti, his eyes were lighting up.
I'm just surprised it's like for like, really, and that they haven't maybe changed the shape and maybe gone with an extra forward player. Here's the pass. Great vision. Absolutely superb vision, but he's a mile offside.
Old school up and under from Zach Viner. That's a lovely ball from Bird. Shot. He's carried away by Hazard. Mehmeti again posing questions. Hirakawa. And it's going to be a free kick.
Great pass, wasn't it, from Bird? And he takes it early. Plenty of power on it from Mehmeti. He's very, very confident at the moment, the Albanian.
McNally's just arrived. Dickey's there. Signal given by Max Bird. Again, it's underwhelming. We're talking about Mehmeti. Liam Manning was really interesting the other night, talking about him, about how he wants him to push on and be a more regular goal scorer and affect games more. An example would have been against Pompey. Great to get 2 goals, but you should have gone home with a match ball.
Yeah, and you want your players to demand more of themselves, don't you, and not settle for the 1 goal or the 2 goals. And it's good management. Got to push individuals. Every character is different, of course. But he's got the ability.
Here he is, back to goal. Oh, lovely footwork again.
Yeah.
Back to Birds. Sissoko is imminent in his arrival for Plymouth. Roberts is able to get the cross in. And that's well claimed by Connor Hazard. Sorinola. And that was a critical block. See the strength of that back three for Bristol City on that counter-attack.
Regrouped well, didn't they? Yeah, because it was really well worked. Sorinola again involved. into Obafemi, just come off the bench, and it was a terrific interception. Ali's a very reliable defender, I think, championship level. Lovely ball into the box. Obafemi holds it nicely. He's waiting for support. And there he is, in the right place. McNally.
There does seem to be a balance about the three of them. Well, they all complement and dovetail well.
Yeah.
Well, here is Ibrahim Sissoko. Ali Mumba, who had sparkling moments, particularly in the first half, is not going to complete this game.
I'd be pleased to see Sissoko. He's a talented individual. He has some very impressive individual performances this season.
Had his battles with fitness. Zalo taking the safety first option.
Galloway's just come across, hasn't he, to more of a full-back position. Sissoko, I suspect, will be more of a winger than a wing-back. They've got to get upfield, haven't they, Argyle? Yeah, certainly more. It looks like more of a back four now.
Releases Whittaker. Not much to aim for in the area at the moment. A little shimmy. And it fizzled out after that shimmy.
Oh, what a shame. Lovely move, playing from the back through the thirds. JB plays a beautiful pass in behind for Whittaker, and he's nice and positive. Goes on the outside. And then it's a nothing ball, really, isn't it? In towards the near post. Is it a cross? Is it a shot? It's neither, really.
Sissoko, early touch from him, wins a throw-in.
They've had a lot of the ball here today, Plymouth. 57% possession. They've mustered 6 shots on target. This hasn't been, by any stretch of the imagination, a dreadful performance, has it? But as it stands, they're coming away from it with nothing. They have to make something happen here. And that clock is ticking down a little bit too quickly for their liking, I'm sure.
Much of the possession, though, is in front of Bristol City. It's not often that they've got around or they've really created that uncertainty.
That's a very fair point. Yeah, and that will have frustrated the management duo, of course. But they've shown today that they can be competitive. But to survive in the Championship this season, they're going to have more punch up front, that is for sure. And they're going to have to defend better than they had done.
Ball won by Sorinola twice. Scrappy from Randall. And Ross McCrory unable to pick a teammate out. Good doubling up there with Irakawa and McCrory.
They do it great. They really do. They hunt in packs, Bristol City. They go in 2s and 3s. Here you see McCrory supported on his inside by Hirakara. Sissoko's got nowhere to go. I think their pressing has been good today.
Looking for Bell. Against Coelho, who was losing out in the height differential.
It's good industry from Bell. Just looking at possession one in the final third. Plymouth haven't won the ball back in that domain at all. Won it multiple times.
Well, again, the usual suspects are up from the back. This time he goes much deeper. And it's the contact from Rob Dickey, but it was comfortable for the goalkeeper, Connor Hazard. There's Sissoko. And there's Hirakara. Well, the home fans think may have used a little arm there.
I think that the supporters on that side had a good view of that, and they were all in unison, weren't they?
Here's Sorinola, hefty first touch. Whittaker is hanging around, and did that hit an arm from Zach Viner?
So Robinson unmoved by that appeal. It would have been harsh. You've got to be careful when Whittaker unleashes from this kind of range. It takes a deflection, doesn't it? I can't be giving penalties for that. So, a lot either man could do about that. I don't think so.
What it has done is motivated the Plymouth supporters.
Did you think that was a pen?
I've seen them given, so I wouldn't have been surprised, but no. It would have been very harsh, I think.
Let's see if this angle... I think because the left arm comes out afterwards, made it look worse than what it was. I don't think it hit that arm.
But you think seemingly incongruous for a technicality.
The handball rule, I've not got a clue. I just don't know what's a handball anymore. But for me, that didn't feel like a deserved penalty.
And I was probably influenced at times by the players' reactions, and you didn't see a huge protest from Plymouth.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't hit the outstretched left arm, does it?
No. He got away with it. Well, we're going to see Anis Mehmeti not finish this one, and the talented George Earthy will come on.
Yeah, good day's work for Anis for the season. That's under Liam Mannett, Bristol City, the fans love him, but this kid can play. George Earthy on loan from West Ham United.
18th appearance of the loan spell. Dickey was told where to send it back to by Zach Viner. Often Viner is the catalyst for getting them forward and building, using different range of passes.
Another change incoming from Plymouth. Just can't help but feel these changes might come a bit earlier.
There's still a goal in it. There's still plenty of time for things to change, and it is the Championship. Furukawa just lurking on the edge of the deep. Bird steps it up deep, and again it's first contact from a Bristol City player, but again it's caught easily by the keeper. Bird, again another strong challenge. Sissoko trying to put him off, and that's a really canny pass. He just couldn't pirouette into space. Neither can Plymouth at the moment. And Bell, I think there was a hint of a hand.
Pinned in, aren't they, Plymouth? Cannot get out at the moment.
George Earthy. He's got Hayden Roberts on the overlap. It was good work from Matti Sorinola, who's been dogged and skillful.
Yeah, I think he can hold his head up high, Sorinola. He's had a decent game for Plymouth.
Hadge is the player making way. He'll be really pleased with his goal. Andre Gray looking to get one.
Yeah, there'll be two up front now, won't it, with Obafemi and Gray, two very experienced players, of course, but good levels.
Just the two goals for Andre Gray, 33 now. It was a brave challenge, but it was a fair one in the mind of Robinson, the ref. Here's Whittaker. He's being allowed to travel and pick out Sissoko. Can Sissoko get the cross? And he's got a second chance now. He telegraphed it, and it was too easy for Bristol City to clear it.
It's the wrong choice, isn't it? From Sissoko. Did ever so well to win the ball back for a second time. Yeah, they lose it. There's the counter press. He probably is offside there, isn't he? But here, just wants to set it back to Obafemi, really. It was poor vision on his part. But they haven't really tested Max O'Leary. We had that Whittaker effort that was tipped. It feels like a long time ago now. A comfortable Bristol City.
Here's Earthy. Just overran it, and Sorinola scoops it to safety. The visitors still full of running. Earthy. Furukawa. Smuggles it in. Roberts thought about the first-time shot. In the end, it's going to deflect. Max Bird strike for a corner.
Well, if anybody deserved a goal here this afternoon, it is Max Bird. Really pushing Plymouth Argyle back here, toying with them to a degree. Doesn't really catch the strike, does he? The corner is awarded to the visitor. He's been outstanding for me. Bird, him back in the heart of that midfield.
And can he influence things even further? Earthy. Not in the minds of the referee. Can Plymouth get up to the other end of the pitch quickly?
Not what they needed.
I think it's fair to say he was not impressed.
Right. Natchkaville has a lot of frustrating moments to ditch. But he's still there, full of energy to snatch a point here, but I think Bristol City have got better and better. Deserve their lead.
Well, if Plymouth are to get something from this match, they've got to do it inside the next 5 minutes, which have been added on. McNally's conceded. It could be a significant free kick.
You don't have to defend these kind of situations. Yeah, it's reckless, isn't it? It's a tackle from behind. McNally knows that's likely to be penalised. It is, and it just gives Plymouth an opportunity to put a free ball into the box. Got to find some quality here, Randall.
It's driven in, and it's off over Femi, and it's in. Les Coelho has salvaged a point, you think, and look what it means to them, the side. And has he secured a point? His first goal of the season. And how significant will it be?
We said Randall had to produce a quality delivery. He does. It's a really hard one to defend. Doesn't he react well? Neguezuelo. The ball sits up really high, and he has to reach up for it with his outstretched right boot, and he controls the volley. Very, very nice. Bristol City, and look what it means to the Argyle bench. Great scenes.
Harwood has won the throw. The way the balance of power has changed throughout the 92 minutes. The drama may not be done.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that the team in the ascendancy has changed about 6 times throughout this 90 minutes. There was, I say, in Bristol City, not in any trouble, they're comfortable, and Plymouth go and get themselves a goal, and now can they maintain some momentum and find a second here in injury time?
And here's a big up and under, and Hazard was decisive and focused. Listen to the roar from the home supporters. It's one of the famous old grounds that really does start rocking when they're in full voice. Corey finds Hirakara, continues the run. And eventually, the free kick goes the way of the men in green.
Here, he's up on his feet, he's everywhere, he's trying to he's really into it. I think he's starting to enjoy it now. The time is running out for Plymouth. They need to get this forward quickly. And look, we saw slight fragility with Bristol City from the last free kick. They do better here.
Released to Sissoko. There's plenty of men in green to aim for. Sissoko can't get past Hirakawa. He's still battling away. Referee deciding the ball did cross the line, and it was a little too much climbing.
Yeah, I think he's probably right to stop it there, but yeah, what a game it's been. What a game it's been. Sums up Plymouth, really, this match. They can score goals, but they always look liable to concede here. It's a good physical battle, isn't it? I think Sissoko probably does make a foul.
Whittaker always giving it away. Bell has got a lot of work to do. Pasqualello with a fantastic challenge. Forward by O'Leary. Sorinolo's injured himself, getting that ball away. It's still in play. Sorinolo can't run. Here's Earthy. It's back with the West Ham loanee. And Hayden Roberts doesn't get to the ball before it crosses the line.
I think time's up here.
The referee has blown the full-time whistle, and what a start to 2025 in the Championship in this West Country square-up. Right? It was a topsy-turvy, balance of power changing game, and the man who had the last word was Pasqualello. The last-minute equaliser after Mehmeti had put Bristol City into a half-time lead. Al-Hajj with a really composed, and Whittaker's, then Jason Knight with a composed finish put Bristol City in the lead. They looked very comfortable, and they looked as if they were going to go back with all 3 points, but then Pasqualello, his first goal of the season, means it's finished Plymouth 2, Bristol City 2.